What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about how to go into a new area and make a find. Now, a lot of pitfalls happen when you try to go online and research an area where you're going to find rocks, because I know the first thing you're going to think is if I just go up to the mine, right? Like, there's a mine there, they produce the rocks that I'm looking for there. If I just go to the mine, I will find the rocks that I'm looking for. Pretty basic approach you're taking there. Not to hate on it, I've done it, been successful with it. It's just that you're going down a single path that everybody else took. Not only do you get out of the car and have to take a trail or a direct path to the mine, which throws away all this other land, it's going to take a long time to get up to the mine. And once you're at a mine, it's not like there's just free stuff just laying out all over the ground. It's usually that you have to pick at it or chunk at it, and that takes a whole another day, and then bringing it back takes a whole another day. And that's mining. Going up to a mine to look for rocks, it's not like you could just show up to it and pick up the rocks. You have to mine them out. It's going to take time. So don't get caught up in the whole mining scene unless you're just going up to mines to check out mines for mines. There's a whole scene of people that just go to mines. Trust me. They're not looking for rocks. What you need to do is get out of the car and decide, yeah, there are rocks falling from up here. Keep that in your mind. Doesn't mean you have to walk up to there. It does mean that this valley below here could be more productive. Could be. But it could be less productive because more people know that there's a mine up here and that there's tailings falling down, and that they've probably worked this stream harder than they've worked this one. So even though you might have a better chance over here, they're usually going to be more picked out. So you'll find like one nice thing over here every once in a while, and a whole bunch of like semi-nice things over here. Go to the area where nobody else has gone and you'll make an original find. Now, if you're showing up to a new area, people are going to say, you need to be looking for this. Not necessarily. In a whole new area, there's all kinds of different rocks. There might be that type of rock that you're finding on the mountain, and it's the most popular and most expensive, and that's why everybody went up there and looked for it, and that's why you can't find any. But maybe these mountains are touching some hills, and the rocks in between these that are metamorphically made are this special little creek right here. Check each and every creek bed and crack in the mountains and see what fell. See what rainwater pulled rocks there for you to look at. And if you did find some good ones in the hills and you have to start going into the grass, that's the only point where you would start going into the grass. You don't just get out of the parking lot and start looking for rocks in the grass. There's no rocks there. Unless there was rocks there that fell down. And you know there's nothing else around here except for right here. What you also need to decide is, are you going to go from bigger to smaller or smaller to bigger? You can look in small streams and eliminate a lot of small streams until you find one. And after you've picked out your stream, you could decide, okay, that stream probably dumped off right here, and start working this area and this area down. But if you're working the stream bed that's really, really big, like a riverbed, yeah, when you find something in a bazillion different rocks, it's going to be harder to dissect which one it came out of. It's just like trying to trace about 1,200 pairs of wires and find the single wire that came out to feed the gas station. You usually go from the gas station to the main pack of wires.